everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Erin Gann Clark, and I'm so grateful to be here with you. So last week I did not upload a video, and that is because I was spending a lot of time and energy on creating a new website. So I hope you check it out, sacredsurrendering.com. And there you'll find all of my upcoming courses and a way to schedule private appointments or anything else that you might need from me. Another new development for me this past week was that I'm now having a recurrence of plantar fasciitis. And if anybody out there has had that before, you know that this is very painful and it can range from being mild to quite severe. This is an inflammation of the fascia or the tissue in the bottom of the foot. So I thought I would go through just a short sequence to help us with any foot pain. This can also help with knee pain, lower back pain, because our feet are our foundation. So if we have healthy, happy feet, our knees are more likely to be healthy and happy, our hips are more likely to be happy and healthy, our lower back. So taking good care of the feet is important. So things that you'll need today for the practice. I'm using this wardrobe, but if you have a wall to set up against, that's great. And then a bolster or a pillow that we're going to put right against that wall or whatever surface you're going to be up against. So we'll start with our legs up the wall. The best way to do this, and it's not always graceful, so don't worry about that, but you're going to bring your body to the wall, sitting on your pillow or your bolster. Your hip will be touching the wall, and we're going to slowly and mindfully lower down, and you can use one leg to put that up the wall. The other leg is going to help you scoot, trying to keep your butt as close to the wall as possible. And then once you're facing the wall, lower onto your forearms. Be very gentle with this transition, lowering all the way down and taking the legs up the wall. You can adjust yourself. The arms can come down along the sides. You could also place your hands on your belly, or you can bring your arms over your head. So just taking a moment here to settle, noticing what's present, what thoughts are coming and going, what sensations are rising and falling. You might start to feel some sensations in the feet, the toes, the legs. This is totally normal. Tingling, coolness, warmth, even a sensation of numbing. Notice also if there are emotions that are present. Consciously welcoming whatever is there. And then you can start to wiggle your toes. Point and flex your feet a few times. And make some circles with your ankles, going in one direction and then the opposite direction. And then we'll end with our feet flexed, and then we'll just let them relax, having a little bend in the knees so we're not locking the knees. We're just going to stay here for a while, so to give the thinking mind an activity, we'll bring all focus and attention to the coming and going of the breath. First, simply observe the breath. Feel the breath and notice how deep or shallow the breath is. Notice if the breath is wide or narrow, choppy or flowing smoothly. Notice if the breath is silent or if you can hear it. And now invite your breath to deepen. Deep, full inhalations. Long, slow exhalations. Nothing forced, just a gentle deepening, a gentle lengthening. At the beginning of your next inhale, begin to count silently. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, holding at the top, Om 2, Om 1, and exhaling, Om 4, Om 3, Om 2, Om 1, holding at the bottom, Om 2, Om 1, and beginning again. So what we're doing here, this is sama vritti, equal breathing. We're inhaling and counting however many ohms it takes to fill the lungs with breath. Holding at the top for half that amount of time. And then encouraging your exhale to match your inhale. Pausing at the bottom in emptiness for half the amount of the inhale, and then beginning again. So each time you inhale, you might count to a different number, and that's fine. Let that number establish the rhythm and pace for this breath. So let's practice this, counting on your own. You're inhaling, counting however many seconds it takes, however many ohms it takes to fill the lungs with breath. Holding at the top for half that amount of time. Encouraging your exhale to match your inhale. Holding at the bottom for half the amount of the inhale, and then beginning again. We'll practice this together. If you notice that you are engaging with thought or you drift off to sleep, just begin again by counting the inhale, holding for half that amount of time, encouraging your exhale to match your inhale, holding at the bottom, and beginning again. Sama vritti, sama means same, vritti means waves. This is often translated as equal breathing. At the bottom of your next exhale, let go of the counting. So you're just left with long, slow, even inhales and exhales. And at the bottom of your next exhale, completely let go of any control of the breath. So the breath is once again coming and going, breathing itself. Simply notice how you feel. And then begin again to wiggle your toes. Point and flex the feet. Again, you might feel some sensation in the toes and the feet and the legs. This is normal. You can make some circles with your ankles in one direction. And then switch directions, go the other way. Ending with flexed feet. You might choose to bend your right hand, your right elbow, and have your hand accessible. Take a deep inhale here, and as we exhale, we'll slide the right foot over to the right, and this hand will support the leg. Now, we want to make sure that the knee and the toes are pointing in the direction of the head and not down toward the ground or up toward the ceiling. So just supporting this leg here. And on an inhale, bringing that right leg back up. And exhale, sliding the left leg down, supporting that leg with your hand. Knee and toes in healthy alignment. Inhale, bringing the left leg back up. And then exhale, sliding out both legs into a V shape, supporting the legs with your hands. And if you have a wall, your heels can actually be on the wall here. We'll inhale both legs back up. And as we exhale, we'll bend the knees here. So the feet are pressing into the wall. We're going to open the knees into Baddha Konasana on the wall. So the bottoms of the feet are together. My heels come apart a little bit. That's okay if yours do that. We're going to take the hands, which are just offering healthy resistance here, and we'll place them on the inner thighs, close to the knees, but not touching the knees directly. As we inhale, we're going to press the thighs into the hands. And again, the hands are just offering healthy resistance. And as we exhale, we'll stop pressing. And try that again. Inhale, press the thighs into the hands. And exhale, stop pressing. One more time. Inhale, press thighs into hands. And exhale, stop pressing. Beautiful. We'll take our hands to the outsides of the knees, bring the knees together. Once again, the bottoms of the feet on the wall. We'll inhale to straighten the right leg. And exhale, bring your hands to either your thigh or your shin, whichever, or your calf, whatever works best for you. And I'm not applying much pressure. I'm just barely touching the leg here. Careful not to lock the knee. Just a little hamstring stretch. It might feel good to point and flex that foot. And then bending that knee, foot on the wall, straighten the other leg. Again, hands can be on the thigh, on the back of the thigh, or on the calf. Just offering a little support here. You can point and flex that foot. And then we'll bend that knee, both feet on the wall. And then you can hug your knees in. Take a breath. And then roll yourself carefully and slowly onto one side into a fetal position, pausing for a moment. And then ever so slowly making your way up to a seated position. So here we'll take the legs out in front of the body. I'm going to sit at a little bit of an angle so you have a better, so that you can see better. And we're going to reach under the body to draw those sit bones out and wide. Fingertips can come to the sides like kickstands. Breathing here. Now the right leg is going to stay where it is, and we're going to bend the left knee. Carefully grab hold of your left heel and cross the left ankle, the outer left ankle, place it on the top of the right thigh, just above the knee. Both hands can come to this left leg, and we'll inhale to sit up tall. And exhale. So your left hand can stay on your leg here, or it can come to your side like a kickstand, especially if you start to feel your body crumbling. That happens, some rounding of the spine. You can also sit on a blanket or a bolster here if this action is happening. And sometimes just letting your fingertips support you can help. So we're going to take the right hand and place it on the bottom of the left foot. I always have to use my other hand to help here. We're going to interlace the fingers between the toes. Don't be shy, get them in there. And we're going to grab hold of the ball of the foot. So just a few things to keep in mind here. Stop if you feel pain anywhere in the body. Sometimes the knee gets a little funny here, so you can support the knee with your hand, or you can bring your hand down. And the other thing is that we don't want to sickle the foot. We want to make sure that this big toe mound stays in line with the little toe mound. So we don't want to lift the foot up like this. That's called sickling. So spread the fingers out, and then again, squeeze the ball of the foot and just start to gently rotate, very gently here. Pay attention. If there's any pain, back off. And then we'll end at center, again, spreading the fingers, which spreads the toes. And we'll start with a flexed foot. Again, you can grab hold as we point and flex the foot. So this is another place where we want to make sure that we're not sickling the foot. Big toe mound in line with the inner heel. We're not lifting like this. So pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. Pumping that ankle joint, breathing as you do. It's so easy to hold the breath here. Good, and then we're going to end with a flexed foot. Spread the fingers out, take a deep inhale, give yourself a little wiggle. And then as we exhale, toes stay spread, we'll release the fingers. The right index and thumb are going to grab the little toe. The left index and thumb are going to grab the big toe, and we'll shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. Moving on to the next two toes, shake those out. And a little bit of love to that middle toe. Good. So the left hand here is going to flex the right foot, and you're going to make a fist with your right hand. And this fist, the knuckles of the fist, are going to go up and down the arch of the foot. So this can be very tender. So it's up to you how much pressure you apply to your foot. Listening to your body, backing off when you need to. Meanwhile, the right foot stays active. Keep breathing. And then from here, we're just going to come into a regular old massage of the foot, the arch of the foot, the ball of the foot, the heel of the foot, even the top of the foot, giving that some love. And then we'll clap, helping once again with circulation. Good. Take all 10 fingertips to your side. Once again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, carefully uncross that leg. Breathing here, you might readjust your sit bones. Inhale, take the arms forward and up to the sky. And as we exhale, keeping the biceps in line with the ears, we're going to hinge at the hips until the body stops. Place the fingertips down on the earth and imagine dragging the mat back toward your hips as you inhale, lift your heart. And then exhale, fold forward. And you might walk your hands down. You might grab hold of your ankles, your shins, or your feet. Let your head and neck relax. Paschimottanasana. Replace the hands onto the earth. Once again, have this idea, this sensation of dragging the mat back toward the hips as you inhale and lift your heart and chest. From here, we'll walk the hands back so that you can hinge at the hips to rise to a seat. Take a breath here. And exhale. So I'm just going to change my angle so that you can see the other side a little bit better. Good. So take a deep breath here. This time, the left leg is going to stay where it is, and we'll bend the right knee. And we'll mindfully pick up that right heel, taking the outer ankle to the left thigh, just above the knee. Make sure you don't place it on the knee. Hands on that right leg. Take a deep inhale, lift the heart and chest. And exhale. So again, this right hand can stay on the leg, or you can bring it out to the side like a kickstand. I know I'm going to need it to help me, because we're going to take the left hand and interlace those left fingers between the right toes. Ideally, you want to get the webbing of your fingers all the way down to the webbing of your toes. Sometimes it takes a while to develop that ability. So holding on tight at the ball of the foot and just a gentle rotation here. This is helpful for mobility of the foot. The reason I think my feet got activated and I had a recurrence of plantar fasciitis is because I've been doing a lot of hiking with some shoes that are not the best quality. So that's also a good thing to keep in mind, that it's okay to really take care of the feet and get shoes that will support the feet. So holding on here, keeping the foot at a flexed angle, and then when you're ready, you can point and flex that foot, pumping the ankle joint, once again being careful not to sickle the foot, and also making sure that you're breathing. Meanwhile, that left foot stays active. Good, and we'll end with a flexed right foot, Spread the fingers out wide, give it a little wiggle, take a deep inhale. Try to keep those toes spread as you exhale. Release the fingers. The left index and thumb will grab the little toe. The right index and thumb will grab the big toe, and we'll shake it out. Going to the next two toes, shake those out. And that middle toe, give it some love. Good. Now take your right hand and flex that left foot. Make a fist with your left hand and bring the knuckles up and down the arch of the foot. Breathing into the intensity that this might bring and knowing that you can back off. Listen to your body if you need to apply less pressure. And then this will turn into just a regular massage of the foot, the ball of the foot, the arch of the foot, the heel, and clap. Fingertips come to the sides. We press down to inhale and rise up. Exhale, carefully uncross the leg. You might again adjust those sit bones. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, keeping the biceps in line with the ears. Exhale, hinge at the hips until your body stops. Place your fingertips on the earth and imagine dragging your mat back toward your hips as you inhale and lift your heart. So you might have a slight arching of the spine. And then exhale, fold the body over the legs. You can keep your hands where they are. You can hold on to your shins, your ankles, or your feet. Let your head and neck relax. Placing the hands on the earth, once again dragging the mat toward the hips. Inhale, lift the heart and chest. And then walk the hands back so you can hinge at the hips to rise to a seat. And then we'll turn to face front. Maybe bring the bottoms of the feet together in Baddha Konasana. And just take a moment here. You can squeeze the feet. And maybe grab your bolster or a blanket, something to sit on. We'll just close with a few moments of silence. So closing the eyes, palms up is a receiving gesture, palms down is a grounding gesture. So you can think of the next few moments like our Shavasana. And if you feel called to lay on your back in that traditional Shavasana, please do. Otherwise, we can rest here in Sukhasana, easy pose. Just giving your body a few moments to digest this practice. Bringing the palms together in front of the heart. Taking a moment to give gratitude to your feet for their hard work. And thank yourself for taking time out of your day to care for your feet, to slow down, to move inward. And we'll close with 3 booming ohms. Please take a deep inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale for Om. With contentment and gratitude, we lift thumbs to the forehead for our thinking, thumbs to the lips for our words, thumbs to the heart for our intentions and actions. In deep gratitude to my feet, to my teachers, to the traditions of yoga, pranayama, meditation, mantra, and in deep gratitude to each of you. Thank you so much for practicing yoga. Satnam, namaste. I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.